Alright, wonderful cuckheads. Welcome back to drawing fundamentals. And yes, I said cuckheads because you would have to be a cuck to edge yourself and watch somebody else draw. So, on that note, draw along with me. I'm going to start having a call to action on every single one of these videos, right? The call to action is literally draw what I'm drawing. Draw along with me and push yourself. And no, I don't give a shit if it looks like crap because everything I do also looks like garbage, right? And I'm going to start reinforcing this mindset for those of you who listen/watch. Focus purely on the effort and force yourself to derive enjoyment from that effort, right? You only focus on the effort and you only focus on making as many mistakes as possible and deriving pleasure from making those mistakes, right? This is crucial to the error recognition and correction process in your brain. So it doesn't matter if it's true or not, believe it. Fucking Naruto, believe it and join me, right? I had some other funny things I wanted to say, but Jesus Christ, these lines are garbage. You see what I mean? How I don't care that the lines are garbage, because I'm focusing purely on the effort of making these lines slightly less garbage. But yes, the exercise is draw. I'm doing the artwod grind node, ARTWOD. Top link in description. I'm not affiliated. I hope these piece of shits do affiliate me at one point, right? But yes, I'm a huge dick rider for artwod. So the artwod grind node, right? The drill exercises they give you through their beginner roadmap. This is the beginner fundamentals beginner roadmap. It's in the fucking title. At this point, you should know what I'm talking about. But draw 20 planes in 2-point perspective, making sure all planes share the same 2 vanishing points. So let's do that, right? Let's do the work that artwod very graciously insists that we need to complete because it's good for us. But what does this really mean? We are going to practice envisioning the grid, right? At the whole point is you want to be able to, at any point where you draw a line, in this case a plane, right? It's like, okay, if this is where it starts, you should immediately, well, I say immediately, but you should immediately focus on the effort, right? It doesn't matter if you're able to do what I'm doing right now, which is literally, I can see the line. I can see this line, right? And I can accurately track it with my eye and my hand. You will most likely, A, start much closer, and B, probably still be very off, because that's how I was in the beginning. I started here, and I was like, ah, fuck, it's not working. Ah, fuck, it's not working. But that's crucial, right? We feel good. We literally get that rock hard art boner when we cannot do it, because again, it's crucial to the error recognition and correction process. Derive pleasure from the effort, derive pleasure from the errors. That's all you need to do to employ a positive growth mindset. And it's literally scientifically good for you. And even if it wasn't, you should do it anyways. Anyways, I'm just fucking repeating myself. At this point, the intro's gone to shit. But I hope the call to action is enforced to a degree. If you don't know me, I'm Viggy. I'm endeavoring to become one of the greatest artists of all time by focusing on what actually matters, which in this case is the fundamentals. Because the fundamentals of any skill are what should be practiced in order to gain proficiency. And this is for the penultimate goal of creating the Animorphs manga, right? And yes, I said Animorphs manga. One of the greatest war stories, in my opinion, ever told, right? And I'm going to create an adaptation of fan manga on the level of Berserk, One Punch Man, Vagabond, The Breaker, right? Or Scholastic is just gonna fucking sue me to shit, and I'm gonna be homeless and on the streets. But we'll have to see, right? Just really one or the other. But I'm also gonna try something, and again, what I'm doing is gonna be a lot more advanced than what you will do. So don't worry about that. Just do what you're able to do. That's all that matters. See, my lines are really shit. They're incredibly horrendous, and that's okay. Okay, so I have an idea now, and I'm going to be making this more complex. I'm going to make these planes turn and rotate in perspective, because again, I can see that now. Right? And you can see, like, my lines are super shaky. That's completely fine. Alright? That is the whole point. My hand, I just started drawing today, right? It is not the most stable, of course, and I'm obviously going to start doing little diagonals as well. I want to start adding little diagonal intersections. So in that case, it should probably be something like this. See, that's really bad, right? That's because my hand right now is super untrained, just super shaky today for some reason. And that's also really bad because now we're diverging horribly. So we have to course correct. Right? This is a great exercise. Incredibly effective exercise for training your ability to see the grid. Because that's the whole point. And no matter whenever I put the line down, I'm holding myself to the standard that I should be able to see the grid. For you, the grid will most likely, because you're probably shittier than me, let's be honest. And if you're not, wonderful, then you probably have tips to make it even more difficult, right? But the point is, no matter what you're doing, you're training yourself to see the line that goes towards the vanishing point. In this case, I'm going this way, I see this. Going this way, I see that, right? But it's a fucking amazing exercise. And that's why we have to do it, you know. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get good, aren't we? Just trying to get good. See, now I'm going to create an elliptical subtraction from this plane, and it's going to be very difficult. Why? Because not only am I thinking about, okay, it's going to be this large, it's going there, and this angle, it's going more this way. Now it's like, okay, the minor axis of this ellipse, which is only a partial ellipse, by the way, is going to have to reach that vanishing point. Do you see how amazingly difficult that is? So I have to visualize the entire thing. And my fucking hand is shaking. I don't know if you can see, but it is my fingers are extremely unstable, which is amazing. Because again, this is where we can practice. Right? So let's see what the minor axis for this looks like. Wow, it's pretty accurate. So clearly I am getting better, right? Clearly I am getting better. Slowly but surely, we must see the grid. I might be wondering, what is all this? Well, this is also, because technically what I'm doing right here, this more quote-unquote advanced thing that I'm doing, or variation, is form wrapping almost, right? So I am wrapping the form to a degree. And again, you don't have to do this, but the thing is, once your skill level gets to probably my level at one point, you are more than welcome to go back to this video, and it will be much more intuitive for you to understand exactly how I'm approaching this as well, right? Be like, oh shit, he's literally just wrapping the form. Yeah. Let's see, because we have to think about depth as well, right? So if I'm starting this here, this is going back, we have to think about form. And that's why I'm completely okay with taking my time. Time is the best part about practice, is the fact that you have the liberty and the right to take as much time as you want. Jesus, like, you see how shaky my fingers are right now? No idea why, right? I haven't drawn in a day, and this can happen. So that's why I have to focus even more now on my lines being relatively decent. And again, we have to make sure this form makes sense, which is why also I have to take my time, take my time, right? So I'm just gonna turn my iPad off. I don't need to look at the exercise anymore. But that's the thing, right? Like, you guys have probably seen, and girls, you people have probably seen from this, from the fundamentals I've restarted doing in these grind nodes, that literally every hour is not even 6 to 7 shapes, right? I take a lot of time because I'm constantly thinking about the logic and of the perspective. So right here, we have something that maybe seems like it doesn't make sense. This is one plane, right? And this is where this one connects to that. It goes up and it goes outward like that. Right? This is actually part of this plane. So what we can do is this, actually. We can do something like, hold up. Okay, let me add another diagonal just for shits. Make it more difficult. Right, so that's the diagonal. This is so we need to something like see, my hand is extremely unstable right now. This is probably the most unstable it's been, I think, ever. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what the fuck is going on. What matters is I just make an effort to rectify it. Even though right now, my attempt to rectify it is going to be garbage. right? This doesn't make any sense. This is supposed to be a very straight line. That's supposed to be diagonal, but it's all blending together. None of it makes sense, which is completely okay. It's literally completely okay. Now what we need to do is perhaps something like that. Yeah. So we have this line, and then we need to go and follow that. So this can actually be a bit further out. Yeah, again, I have no idea why my lines are so shaky right now. But all that matters to me is the concentrated effort I'm making to rectify it. Even though it's fucking horrendous, right? But I'm forcing myself genuinely to derive pleasure from this. And it can be done. It literally can be done. See? Now we have some things that make a little bit more sense. Right? And again, we have to think about the grid, think about the perspective. Something like that. Look at that, that's our shape, right? And we've created this plane here. This is literally the plane. Maybe it's moving out a bit further. Actually, the logic here doesn't make too much sense on this part, but I've made an attempt to make it more difficult. Now I'm gonna rest my brain, and I'm again gonna keep focusing on the lines being as smooth as possible, right? So yeah, I encourage you to rest your brain as well. Hopefully you struggled as much as I did, and hopefully you forced yourself to enjoy and just focus on the effort and the errors you made as much as I did, right? If not more, right? Anyways. Wonderful. Now let's try again, but from up here, right? Opposite angle and all that shit. And this exercise, what the fuck's wrong with my voice? Jesus, Jesus. I'm trying to deepen it, but it just makes it worse, right? The plight of the voice cell. Okay. See how I'm actually pretty fucking accurate nowadays in being able to see this. But in the beginning, it would have been like, if I tried starting from here, I would have been like this. Like it would have been fucking garbage, which is normal, right? Even this is all garbage, right? So the garbage is where the progress lies. Okay, so we want something like, okay, so these lines are obviously better. So anything with this angle or this angle is the struggle, which is great because I can see, and like now I can't see the perspective as well, so I have to eyeball it because my hand's actually in the way now, right? And we can start with something like, right, and let me draw another elliptical, I guess, cutout. And this, again, the minor axis has to be going here, so I have to think about that, right? So it goes up, goes all the way down. Right. There you go. Now, if I were to complete this ellipse, it would be very off. See, very off. So I should have fixed that a little bit better. That's completely okay. 100% daijibi, as they say. Now I want to create, well, actually, let's do something like this. This goes all the way up again. It's also really easy to see the difference between these lines again. Now we know just what motor pathway has or what series of motor pathways have a stronger connection and efficient output like in terms of angles, right? Drawing like this, I always say like this is a very difficult angle for me. That's much less difficult, which is great because again, that means there's a lot of room for growth. So if that is actually wait, see that's an intense fucking angle. So we have to do something like this. See, I don't know how to draw that angle that well, right? There you go, that's a bit better. This one's like this. Again, it's not about being perfect, guys. It's never about being perfect. It's just about being slightly better in terms of always trying to focus on making a genuine effort to visualize and to apply, right? It's just visualize, apply, right? And then that's just with the seeing part. So the seeing part is visualization, right? Measuring. Immense cognitive energy is used. Absolutely immense cognitive energy is used, right? Art is a very mentally tasking skill. Tasking skill? Why the fuck do I have a lisp when I record? I swear I don't have that in real life. I swear. Believe me. Okay, let's just reinforce this. But actually, it's gonna cut off. But that's okay too. To be honest, it's important to, again, that's really uncomfortable for me, right? But it's most likely important for me to practice these planes also being cut off every now and then, you know? Right, because that is also what's going to help with understanding. But yeah, somebody, Corey, your boy Corey, I don't know if you're listening to this, but he commented on my video being like, this guy has the goated mindset or process or something like that. One of my warm-up videos that recently came out. And it took a long time to get to this mindset, right? But once the thing is, it was a constant effort to always be able to internalize genuine enjoyment. And then again, on the Broken Draw Discord, I've been very active. So yeah, you're gonna know what my fucking face looks like if you know who I am. But on the Broken Draw Discord, I've been very, very active in giving advice and feedback, right? Because I am quote unquote advanced beginner. You know, that's literally who I am. I'm quote unquote, and now I'm gonna build a skill, just as an aside, of seeing the vanishing point through my hand, which is very difficult, which is extremely difficult. It's a physical obstruction, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. Because if anybody else can do it, then I can also do it, right? That's always the mindset I try to carry. If anybody else can do it, I can do it. What the fuck is the difference between me and anybody else? There isn't one. It doesn't matter if there is one. I simply believe there isn't one, right? Because that's what's beneficial to us, right? Believing that we can do anything. Because think about it, what literally doesn't matter? Does it matter at all if it's true or not? Right? Think about it that way. Does it matter if somebody is better than you? No, because it doesn't change the fact that you simply have to put work in anyways. So why don't we just believe that not only are they not better than you, but you can do exactly what they do in your own version, of course, right? Your own special, unique way. Right? We're all fucking, what is it? Yeah, I guess special snowflakes? I don't know. We're not. We're absolutely not. We're unique individuals with our own set of skills. But we're not snowflakes. That's gay. Okay, what the fuck? What am I doing here? See, was this off? We're about to find out. Oh, it's pretty close. Pretty fucking close. Alright, cool. But now we need another shape. And I will do here. I will do over dunder. Right? And again, guys, the actual fucking exercise is just normal planes, like this shit, like small normal planes going perspective, right? You could do this way, you do that way. I'm more advanced, therefore I'm literally just making it sort of form-wrapped boxes with their own contours, right? If you can do this, great. If you can just barely do it, even better, right? We always want to be at the cusp, because apparently I have a lisp, right? So after that, that's my new thing. Give me money so I can fix my tongue. I don't know if that sounds weird. Probably does. Fix my tongue. See, and I keep doing this Because at the end of the day, what I'm really visualizing is the overall grid, that shit, right? So it is immensely difficult. Don't get me wrong. It is fucking hard as shit. All right, and that's the best part because being hard is very good for you. Let's see. Again, my hand is in the way, but might as well focus on building the skill because it's all a skill. You'll notice I never say talent because I fucking hate that word. That word, whether talent exists or not, it's a word that's fucking cock-blocked physically and mentally so many people from attempting things. So why believe in it? Affinity is a much better word. Just like I have an affinity for patience as a child to just try and not give up, others had an affinity to observe and pay more attention to their surroundings, which helps with their like observation skills and ability to draw, right? And again, I want to preface, I was not a child who drew often. I was simply a child who liked drawing when I did it, sparingly as it was. Again, I probably have 25 drawings for the 27 years I've lived in my life, max, right? I like doing it, but my parents are like, fucking do something better with your time. So, I just cried and then I was like, okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can talk forever about how much art is disrespected, but it won't do me any good. Because that's just the truth. Art is extremely disrespected, right? Everybody loves art, everybody loves movies, but ain't nobody respects or understands the effort that goes into it, right? So it's okay, I'm not sad. Cool. See, keeping the lines perpendicular is also very difficult. Let's see. And something like this. Cool. That's a bit better. And then we can fucking the Gintama episode Z fucking I don't even know how to explain that. It's just a fucking Gintama reference from your boy the Afro arc. That shit was hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Okay. Again, I'm also focusing on keeping my hand very stable, right? My fingers loose and stable, right? Because that's also very difficult to do, right? You see how it created a little plane change, the turn? Also difficult to do. Let's not ever get that mistaken as well, right? And then why don't we try adding an ellipse? So something like, and again, now the minor axis has to go this way for the ellipse, right? So I have to visualize all of that. This is the very difficult part, is I have to visualize and I have to keep thinking about everything, literally about everything. All the grid lines, the minor axes, right? Something like that. And there you go. Right. I think this is obviously very off. So it's difficult, right? It's very difficult because this is also a bit off, actually, right? Relatively, not really. Kind of. But this is just the beginning, right? I would like to do front and back pages of this. This is a very good exercise, but we all know I get fucking, after like 2 hours of this shit, I'll probably get mentally fatigued. But I would like to, because this is a great exercise in form wrapping and everything as well. But let me rest my brain. Encourage you to do the same. Bars. Same fucking joke all the time. But yeah, let's employ the spacing effect. Alright, wonderful, I'm back. See how my voice got much deeper? I'm in serious mode now. Right. Okay. Now we want to do something really difficult here, which is start with an ellipse. Right? That would make things very difficult. So something like okay. See, this is the part where I visualize and I spend excess cognitive effort visualizing. Right? Super, super difficult. Now let's see if that worked. Let's see. Go slower. Okay, it was okay. Now if I finished that, that would be wow. Okay, that's not bad. It literally would have been exactly as I needed it to be. But that's the thing, right? So we're not done yet. Cool. And again, just to make things more difficult, this is where form wrapping comes into play, right? We can okay, because this has to be I have to figure out what this is gonna look like. Yeah, like that, right? Because this is where we meet. Let's try that again. So how is this gonna work? Because this obviously has to be in conjunction with that, and this has to be in conjunction with this, so it has to be a bit more narrow. I create these lines, but these lines actually aren't helping. I don't like the fact that I obstruct my own vision with these lines. But yeah, let's see. And now this one has to be something like this. No, wait. It must be something like this. Yeah, there you go. That wouldn't have made any sense. Again, let's just see how. So it should be a bit higher. This one's that's pretty decent. Right? Some shit like that. Okay, I guess that's pretty decent. Maybe it's a bit difficult to see exactly what I'm doing, but that's okay. You will all see because I am figuring it out as I go. Okay. Oh, this wasn't straight, so let's make that a bit more straight. There you go. And now we will. Let's see. There you go, and now we can complete this. But again, it has to be a much wider degree, right? I don't know if that's accurate, actually. Probably could have been a bit better. I lost my train of thought at that point. That's okay. It's completely okay. How okay is it? Not that okay. Should have done better. But we cope. We cope, we lie. And we cry. See, like right now, this is the whole point, is like I'm looking here, but I'm consistently trying to think about the vanishing point. Now this, I definitely fucked up. You see? Way too completely off. Literally just completely off. You know, should have been stopped around there. So in fact, we can just kind of pretend it is, right? And again, this is the difficult part now because still I have to focus on where this is going. So maybe this one can be a bit higher. And then, right. Okay, now this is where I actually have to see the perspective. Let's see. So it's something like that. There you go. Damn, that was difficult. That was very difficult, which is amazing. That is fucking amazing because it was super, super, super difficult. That makes me happy. Right? Does it actually make me happy? Yes, because I've trained myself over months and I'd say a good solid year and a half to just try my best to derive pleasure from effort in mistakes. Nom nom. Nom nom. Right? And this too. Something like this. Something like ooh. Oh, okay, so I can go a bit lower. And you may think this skill is impossible to build. But if it was impossible, I wouldn't be literally in the process of building it. Fucking moron. It's just as simple as that, right? If it was impossible, it wouldn't have been done ever in real life at any point. But it's not impossible, clearly, so it can be done. Let's see, something like this. Thinking about me, thinking about you, espresso. Really don't like that song. It's because it's overplayed as shit. Not because I'm a contrarian. But maybe I'm a contrarian actually. See, that was a really poor line. But you see how it's already kind of looking better here? It's also just through practice. Now that can be something like, okay, I want to do diagonals here, right? So I can do something like, there you go. Probably should have extended that outward for the same design language, quote unquote. But hopefully it's starting to make a bit more sense. Maybe not, maybe it is, right? The shoddy linemanship isn't helping either, but that's okay. Let's see. What other shapes can we do? How long has it been? Half an hour. Okay, as expected. You see, half an hour for this, right? It all likes time. But what am I avoiding right now? Let's say this angle is what I'm avoiding. So this angle is exactly what I'm going to draw. Because this is very difficult for me to envision. Jesus. But that's definitely not. I can envision a good burp any other day. I actually have the ability to burp on command. So, you're welcome. Please praise me. My dad never did. Let's see. Right. And again, start with the straight line. If I do a larger box like that, let's see. Something. Right. Like that. Wait, no. I'm trying to, again, figure out what's going on here. So, what would that mean? That. There you go. Cool. The diagonals are difficult, right? Especially when I do these little cutouts. But it's all part of the process. Let's do, this is, oh, it's not that high. No way. Yeah, it's not that high. It's something like that. Cool. Right, kind of had to slightly diagonal it there. Diagonal it there? What the fuck am I saying? What the actual fuck am I saying? Okay, now again, my hand is obstructing my own ability to visualize the perspective. This is where we build the other skill, right? A new skill. And actually being able to see that and practice that. Nope. So it needs to be a bit more subtle. Something like that. right? And we need to reinforce that now because we can't just have this line exist. That's another thing I'm starting to realize is it can't get too abstract. We need to have lines that reinforce perspective before we start adding any elliptical or such elliptical or otherwise additions and subtractions, right? It's can't get too muddied. See, just something like this can help reinforce it before, of course, I bring this back up, right? Even something as simple as, let's see, reinforcing this, right? And then just right. Now I was like, okay, I kind of understand that things are in similar perspectives here, right? Even if, of course, like the shape is awkward and off and there's a bunch of things going on, I'm still just practicing at the end of the day, right? I'm just trying to reinforce my understanding of the shape and the form. It's true, as Tyrion / Broken Draw says, form is the only fundamental, right? And that's very, I know it's very like, what? How can you say that? Because there's a lot of fundamentals, but no. He clearly means, and I think anybody who practices this approach clearly understands, and any of you listening or watching, you're all very well aware that to convey 3D space on a 2D plane, i.e. a piece of paper, is the first step to representational art, right? It's the first step to being like, all right, this exists, and me as the viewer believes that it exists. You know, oh, this is off. This is very off. Oof, look at that. Should have been way more. Yeah, it should have been more in this sort of angle. Should have been raised, right? So yeah, if we can acknowledge that things need to look believable, why can't we acknowledge that we should practice the things that make it look more believable, right? Let's do an addition. Actually, I've done a lot of subtractions. Let's do an addition, right? Okay, so what do I want? I want this to be the box, so it's something like this, and the minor axis is this way, so we need to do something like actually fuck it, let's just do a subtraction. That's gonna build my spatial reasoning better. Subtractions are more difficult, of course, because I can't even see the fucking, look at this, from this angle I literally cannot see it until I sort of tilt my head, right? So would that not be the optimal? Something like that, right? Because that would be, it's okay, it's pretty off, but an attempt is made. That's all that matters. An attempt is made, and it feels good to make that attempt. God damn it, it feels wonderful to make that attempt, right? So let's see, I really like what I did here. Perhaps we can go somewhere along the lines of that type of form wrapping again, right? If I have a box, and again, this time it's probably best just to create the entire ellipse, because that's also a good practice every now and then, I think. Let's see. Right, so that minor axis is extremely off. Wonderful, what a beautiful mistake, because I made so many errors in trying to calculate this. But we can at least fraud it now. Right, fraud it. Now this is gonna look very off. Of course this doesn't make sense anymore, because the minor axis is going like this, but I've still decided to reinforce that this is the perspective. And that's fine, because not only does this create a glaringly obvious, what am I trying to say? Not only does this create a glaringly obvious representation, I guess, example of what went wrong, it provides an answer as to what can go right. Right? Was that deep enough? Did that make you think? Fucking better have. Fucking better have. There you go. There you go. Deep, deep masculine voice which commands authority and respect. Right? So. See, now fix the back end. Right? So the back end's actually way more accurate than the front. To make this, I guess, a bit more interesting, I could also continue to reinforce what is actually working. This is difficult because I've already made this mistake, so I have to pretend like, or just honestly ignore it. Right? And then, let's see, something like this. And again, I have to see all of this, right? We have to see this to make sure it makes sense. And that is extremely difficult, right? There you go. That should be the back end. And should I leave it like that? I mean, I could literally just try to fix it with this. Make a little ellipse in here. It's very difficult because I have to, again, now my brain's really hurting because I've really tried to exert energy here to visualize this. So something like, I think that's a bit better, right? It's still not perfect, but it's a bit better. There you go. That's okay. That's not bad at all. And I'm gonna rest my brain, and then we're gonna continue onwards, right? Cool. Very cool. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, honestly, these videos, I'm gonna make the call to action to do the same thing as me. Be a great way for you fucking beginners to actually, like, hey, if you're avoiding the responsibility of drawing the fundamentals and you don't know what to draw, just do what I'm doing, because all I do is practice the fundamentals, right? So let these videos be your outlet to practice the fundamentals if you are avoiding them, right? Because now there's responsibility of knowing what to draw, knowing how to draw it, right? What to focus on has essentially been offloaded to me. So you're welcome, you piece of shit. Please give me money. But no, seriously, it's I think it's a great way. Genuinely, I think it's a great way for me to A, engage with my audience, B, let you guys know that you don't have to think about everything, right? What the fuck did I do here? Oh, right. So let me reinforce that, because right now it could actually be very confusing, just from a visual standpoint, right? Cool. So this could have been, that's incorrect, which is fine. Yeah, that's definitely incorrect. But yeah, these videos are actually, now that I'm adding call to action, I now realize it's a great way to actually incentivize people to draw and practice their fundamentals, because that's what you're all avoiding. Let's not fucking pretend like it isn't. So yeah, you don't have to think anymore. Just do what I'm doing. Okay, that's a bit better. And obviously, do what I'm doing to the degree that you can, to the progression, right, that you can. I think that makes it slightly better, maybe. But, yeah, I think it's okay. This one I would like to add more, I guess, oomph, as they say, to reinforce the perspective, right? Cool. There you go. Yeah, let's add a little bit more. Just a little bit more. To be like, hey, this exists. God damn it, it 100% exists. And then I want to, let's see. Okay, no, fuck it. I'm not gonna track this because I want to build the skill of being able to see it, of course. And then something right over there, roughly. Right there. Yeah, like right there. Okay, and then we'll do that. Which will, oh, that's too much actually. I fucked it up a little, but it's okay. And yeah, this will allow me to, let's see. I don't like make a cross, which is gonna be extremely difficult. Little diagonal angles, right? Diagonal angles. That's a fucking weird way to. Sounds like an interesting word. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm too focused on this shit. But let's see. Plane changes. Okay, so I know for a fact that, okay, why don't we make that the box instead then, so we can do something like, okay, something like that. So let's see if we have, am I shaking the camera? I think my head's hitting it, fuck. We have the right kind of approach. Let's see. That's not what I was going for, but that does look pretty interesting, I'd like to think. Right. Cool. Yep, that's also off. Should have been way more. Okay, so now I know I have a tendency to, I guess, underestimate. Right? Fuck, that's not even fucking straight. I think something like this should be fine. That's difficult to see, so that's when I will reinforce that. Cool. Okay, that's fine. And then again, we will reinforce that. Cool. So I think the left one is a bit easier for me to see than the right one. Sorry, the right one's easier to see than the left one. Let's focus on that. There you go. Okay. Interesting, right? Unique, perhaps even visually palatable. Fuck. I just got bodied by this water and just flicked itself onto my forehead. Okay, we have 11 minutes. Cool. So I'm gonna rest my brain because I did exert quite a bit of energy there, cognitive energy specifically. So fuck, I caught it. Good. I tried to be like hell yeah, and then I keep dropping it because obviously this thing does not hold it. But anyways, I'm gonna rest my brain. I encourage you to do the same. Yeah, this has been a fucking amazing exercise. These series of grind nodes of just reinforcing and honestly drastically improving my perspective uh, visualization. Right. In the beginning, it was much like more blurry. Yeah, much blurrier, more vague. Right. Less clear. What the fuck am I trying to say? It just wasn't as I couldn't see things as well. But now I can see. That's a reference to my girlfriend. She said in a very cute way once, and we all made fun of her. But now I can see. She's never gonna listen to this or watch this. Maybe she will. You fucking months from now, or years from now, because she's so behind. Truly the fake number one fan. But let's do this. Let's have something that actually cuts through it. So let's start with this. And we'll do the same thing here. Yeah, there you go. Now we can really establish the perspective. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this. I'm just taking that liberty. Let's see. Oh, now I can do an addition, I believe. I'll do tiny ones, actually. That'll be great. So that will also reinforce my perspective knowledge. It's a Minecraft fucking villager. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Okay, so we can do something like... Right, and it's supposed to go all the way there. So very difficult, literally forcing me to see the grid in an extremely, like optimal way. Something like that, right? That's too much. It's going way too fast. Should have been more subtle. Should have been more like that, but instead it's going up immediately, which happens. Okay, and then we can just continue it. Something like this, right? Continue it onwards. And that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Let's bring this down a little. Just connect it. Right. And we can... Let's see if there's a box like this. We can create the Great Divide. That. And then we can bring this upwards like so. Yeah, might as well make it even. This is probably going to be the last shape I draw because obviously I'm taking more time with it. But that's the whole thing, right? I still want to reiterate that. Take your time. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. Hey, Takatin, hey. How do I end up always back there? Cool. becoming more skewed, right? Drastically skewed. Maybe I didn't need to add that last little bit. But I'm just gonna make it go the opposite way now. Right? So let's see. I'm literally trying to visualize this entire thing. So something like that maybe. So this is the minor axis. Oh, that's also very off. It's okay. That's a good thing. Oh, wait, no, fuck. I should have done it the other way. Ignore it. Ignore it. Fuck. Now that's gonna look really awkward. I didn't think at all when it came to this part. Damn, I really fucked up with that line. Which is okay. Completely fine, I'm okay. the I guess something like that. Right. And we can even reinforce this again with this. Something like that. And this one is going also very skewed, so we have to be aware of that. Right? Because I can't see it anymore, and this angle is going to be very difficult for me, so I have to just believe in the angle that I'm drawing. Oh, see, these lines are horrible because this angle is very difficult for me. Okay, apart from this fuck up, if we just take that away, this is actually pretty decent. Actually, pretty damn decent. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll probably do. Yeah, I'll just fill it up. Again, I don't think this one in particular probably won't even hit the 20 shapes that it requires. But hey, it's a wonderful kind of day. The fuck, why is there a fruit fly here? Fruit fly here. Why is there a fruit fly here? Okay, so it's like that. Again, it's good to reinforce the planes that I've created. Right. Let me just yeah, something like that. Again, this was my first shape, and you can see how shoddy the lines were. But okay, it's been 58 minutes. Let me just keep adding to this then. I want to create something. Let's see. Gotta think about where this is going. Then there you go. Yeah, just wanted to create a little diagonal, right, to add to the shape. Same thing here. This is what's going to really help, right? My understanding. See, because that one's going a bit more. And so is this. Oh, that line was very fucked, but yeah, see? It's not bad. We're getting somewhere. And then maybe I can start adding ellipses and shit in these planes. Okay, that's wrong. Let's try another one. That's a bit better. That one's way too much. This one's a little bit better. Right? What else can be done? This is such a good exercise. Guys, like, and girls, I would really recommend just, again, depending on your level of perspective skills. This is fucking amazing. Fucking amazing? Why'd I say it so fast? This is fucking amazing. Let's see. Okay. Something right around there. And then something like that. Again, being able to see diagonals, right, is really, really important. Just for spatial reasoning. If not for anything else, and again, this is a spatial reasoning practice, of course. But yeah, if not for anything else, just for being able to see the world in these little grid lines and intersections. See, that back one was a bit of a fuck up, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna call it here. I hope you all had a lot of fun, right? I encourage you and honestly demand you to reflect on your practice only on the effort that you put forth and appreciate and feel pleasure from that. Again, this is a mindset, right? These mindsets can be consistently practiced. They have to be consistently practiced. So consistently get into the practice of during and after your practice, feeling good about how much effort you made and feeling good about how many mistakes you made, knowing that it's going to be beneficial for your learning process. That's all I have to say. So with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching, keep drawing, and please give me money. I'll thank you.